Hi, in this video I am going to show you the first step in transferring information from the cash receipts journal and cash payments journal to a ledger account. This is the final step in the internal assessment that we're working on. Now you will have a copy of Pete's Plumbing that you're working on today, and this is going to go through in a few videos to show you how to do it. Right, we're going to start with some opening balances. So we're really just focusing on this opening balance page here to start with. We've got this little table here, which is your trial balance. And we've got a bunch of accounts listed where they've got a debit balance and a credit balance and how much money is currently in their accounts. Now, in the example here, it's telling you that these are the balances from the 1st of July. We're going to use these as the opening balances of our ledger account. Now, the first thing we're going to do, we've got our bank account here. We've got to think about what kind of account bank is and give it the appropriate account number. So if you remember this table on the accounting equation, we've got assets, expenses, liabilities, equity, and income. We have a look here, assets and expenses, debit to increase, that means they will have a debit balance. Liabilities, equity, and income, credit to increase it, so they have a credit balance. We also need to give them a number, so here's your list of the numbers that you need to use. Okay, so if it's an asset, it's got a number that starts with a 1 and it's a 3-digit number usually. So bank, pretty common, we're going to call that 101. Then we need to put in our balance. So we've got $8,900 and that is on the 1st of July. So we're going down here and we're going to type in July, whoops, let's spell it right. July 1, opening balance. You're not going to put anything in the debit or credits because we're just putting in the opening balance on this line. So 8,900, and we see in here that it is in the debit column. So we're going over here, we're going to write DR. That's all we need to do for the bank at the stage. Now on to GST payable. Payable, that means it is an obligation to pay. So it's a liability. We're going to start with one of these numbers that starts with 2. So we'll give it a number. We'll call it 201. Just for easiness, and we're going to give that the opening balance as well. So let's go in here. We're going to go 1st of July. You could do it whichever way you like. 1 July, July 1, 1st or the 7th, any of those, as long as you've got the date in there, it doesn't matter. But, you know, it's always nice to be consistent. That's probably what we'd call good accounting practice, is that you are the same the whole way through. So we've got $120 in our GST payable account. Now that is on the credit side. So in this little box, we're going to write CR. There we go. Now let's move on to the next one. We've got plumbing fees received. Now this is a plumbing business. That's where they get their money from. If we have a look at our cash receipts journal, got money received. They've got money that's gone in the bank. GST received, plumbing fees, spare parts, which I'm assuming is sales, and sundry, which is everything else. So if we're coming back here, this is one of their sources of income. So looking at our chart, income, it's got a number as money or other items of value earned by the business, and we've got here, it's going to start with a 4, so we're going to call plumbing fees received 401, putting in the date, July 1, particulars, opening balance. If you've got fat writing and don't want to fit an opening balance in that space, you can just write balance, that would be sufficient. Okay, you're going up, how much have they got from plumbing fees so far? We've got $5,000. So over here in the balance box, we're going to write $5,000. We just need to stop Word from doing that. Okay, 5,000. And it is a credit balance because it's on that income. It's on that side of the equation. Alrighty. Do we need to do the next one? We'll scroll down. We've got part sales. I've already done it. So if you can see, I've given it a number. That's 402, so it is unique. These numbers are really important if you are, when we come back to doing the posting. It's also important if you're using an online or electronic way of processing, so every account has a unique number and so they can be found. Okay, and we're just going to put in that date, July 1. I went through and changed the dates after I set up this example. Opening balance, and we've got $3,500. We check back up here. Spare part sales, $3,500, and it's on the credit side, so it's on the credit. So now you just need to go through and keep on putting those balances in. You might find as you go down that there's a couple that aren't on the list, just leave them blank for now, and you'll have a process. So loan interest here doesn't have a balance, so you can process that when we get to it. And remember that those dates are the 1st of July. Hope that helped.